at my flag, and that's why you add a flag to your signs, people.
Come on, man, you can see it from a mile away.
Contrary to what a lot of people think, in 2022, open houses are still pretty effective. The main downside is going to be it's 1, 87 degrees, and 2, these signs are not going to set themselves up. Alrighty then, let's talk about the housing market. No doubt about it, there's been a big shift in the housing market. The explosive 2020-2021 housing market appears to be coming to an end. So to be clear, we're coming off one of the hottest housing markets in history. So change is inevitable. You can't have low bottom floor mortgage interest rates, 20% year over year home price appreciation, low inventory, and expect it to remain that way. Market is cyclical. I mean, change is inevitable. So what is happening right now? It is a hot one today. Like I said, 87, 88 degrees outside. I've got the AC pumping in here and I am still a little bit toasty. Back to the subject. So mortgage rates went up. They landed in the 6%, 6.5% range for a little bit. The effects and the changes on the housing market were quick and swift. So keep this in mind. It's been a minute since I've had Lucky Charms. Love Lucky Charms.
Out of me way! They're after me, Lucky Charms!
So keep this in mind. A 1% swing in mortgage rates cuts into or affects affordability either way by about 10%. Meaning if mortgage rates go up 1%, you can expect to lose about 10% of affordability as far as what you can afford home-wise. Rates are hovering right around 3% as we started the new year, and like I said, things have changed drastically since then. Grogu, what's gonna happen in the housing market? Mortgage rates right now are right around 5.5%. And when I say rates, I'm referring to a 30-year fixed loan, but that'll give you a good baseline. So about 5.5%. So 3 major things happen with home buyers. So 1, home buyers simply got priced out of the market. They can't buy the home that they want in the neighborhoods they want. 2, yeah, people are being cautious. They want to see what's happening, especially there's people out there talking about the housing market, doomsday is coming, the housing crash. So that happened. And then 3, there are the home buyers that have continued to carry on and are reaping the benefits of less home buyer competition if they can still afford the house that they want. The market is looking a whole lot different now with the sheer number or the reduction in the amount of home buyers out there. So primarily what we're seeing is an increase in the inventory of homes for sale, or basically the amount of homes you as a home buyer have to select from. There's just more homes out there because there's less people buying them. Getting into the stats on this one, if you look at the approximate inventory number of homes for sale, like January 2022 through like a March 2022 was under 1 month supply. I'll get into what that means in just a second, but it was under 1 month supply, which is extremely low. Now that number is just right about or over 1.5 months supply. I can't actually wait to see the August stats, but I think it's going to be a little bit higher. Anything between like 1 to 3 months or probably 1 to 4 months is usually considered kind of seller's market territory. As you approach that 6-month mark, give or take a little bit, that's a balanced or neutral market. And then once you get to like 7 months, 8 months of homes available for sale, you're looking at a buyer's market. So you go 8 months plus, you're probably looking at like short sales, things like that. Doing video while you're doing an open house is a little trickier than I thought. That door keeps opening. Like, I swear, every time I hit record, that door seems to open.
And whose fault is that?
So right now, the temperature on the market's cooled a little bit. So it does appear that the crazy price appreciation in the most extreme bidding wars I've ever seen in San Diego, that appears to be coming to a close. So as far as what to expect going forward in the future, factors that I'm gonna watch are gonna be any further increases that we see in the mortgage interest rates. It had an impact the last couple months. And of course, like everybody else, I'm gonna be watching inflation. The inflation has been a problem for everybody, the entire world right now. So although it seems like we're starting to see signs that it might be starting to dip, but who knows? So those would be the two biggest obvious disruptors, in my opinion, to keep an eye on. So for home buyers, expect more homes to choose from. There's definitely more homes available on market right now, and they are tending to sit on market a couple more days than they were a few months ago. Those are very good things. If you're a home seller, expect less home buyers, but still very serious home buyers. The home buyers that are going to see homes now tend to be very serious home buyers as opposed to tire kickers. What this doesn't look like yet, an all-out market crash. Also, it doesn't appear to be a foreclosure run like we saw in 2008. It really doesn't look much like a negative housing correction yet. That being said, I don't live under a rock, and I've seen how quickly things can change. So I'm definitely watching the housing market and the statistics very closely, as should you. But I've seen a lot of content, especially on YouTube, about the impending housing crash and the crisis and all that. I think it's a little bit premature to say that. I don't think you should be comparing what's happening right now in the housing market to what happened last year or the year before. Those are the hottest housing markets pretty much on record. So not really a great baseline to be using when you're wondering how healthy the housing market is and where it might be going. So what do you think? Are we headed for a housing crash? Maybe another crazy price appreciation run? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Drop them in the comments if you can. It's so hot today. It's so hot. Oh my God. Also, it doesn't appear to be a more hot. You can't have. Of course, that's going to vary property by property, but thank you so much for watching my vlog. If you found this content entertaining, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That helps me out a ton. If you're looking for your next video or two to watch, maybe check out one of these. I think you might like it. Have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next one.